grew up in Kansas City, and my parents had moved away from the Philippines, so their parents stayed. So I did not really grow up with my grandparents living in the same city, but my dad's parents were named Catalina Policarpio, and my grandfather, my dad's dad, his name is Leopoldo Pardo, and they were both doctors in the Philippines. And so I knew them a little bit just from visiting them, but I wasn't super close to them. But we called them Lola, which means grandfather, and we called her Nanay, which means mother in Tagalog. But yeah, so and then my mom's parents are named Eduardo Gonzalez, and my grandmother on my mom's side, her name is Lumen Pena Florida, and she would come visit us in Kansas City. So I remember that grandmother vividly because she was younger than my other grandmother, and she would come stay with us in Kansas City, and she was really funny, and like she liked to cook and have fun, and like we really like enjoyed visits with her because both so my grandpa died when I was a kid, so she was the one who lived the longest out of all four of my grandparents, and she was the one who would come consistently to the United States to visit us. So I feel like connected to her and that side of my family more, although I did hear a lot about my dad's parents growing up, just because they were both like pioneering physicians in the Philippines. They were neurologists and psychiatrists, like in the, I want to say, 30s and 40s, and so I kind of think that heritage is, both sides are very important to me, and just learning about like how they grew up and how they lived just makes me feel connected to like my heritage being like Filipino-American, and even telling my kids about my grandparents. And my daughter's middle name is Catalina, named after my grandmother. So.
Is there anything particular about when you said your grandmother was funny and she liked to cook? Do you remember anything that made her funny, or was she funny in what way?
Okay, so like we would bond over like my mom kind of being our common enemy, because my mom likes to tell people what to do a lot, and she would tell me, obviously I was her kid, but she would tell her mom what to do, and we'd be like, oh, she's our common enemy.
Oh, that's cute. Yeah.
And she just liked to eat, and after we'd have dinner, like when she was staying with us, she'd come to Kansas City for like months at a time and live with us, and so she would cook really good Filipino food, and after dinner we would all just sit around talking, and she would tell stories about like what it was like in the Philippines, and I don't know, she just liked to enjoy, like she would have a cocktail and make dinner. And I'm trying to think, just hearing like about like maybe what my mom was like when she was little, and she had a sense of humor, and like my little brother Patrick got along well with her, and so we just would enjoy the times that she stayed with us.